brawler that can match the impact of Juju. Stu getting picked up here for Loud. I like this. It's going to give them the option to go up a gear. It's a brawler that can really overwhelm that Lu. Someone who just doesn't really have the damage output and can struggle to keep up with the mobility that Stu can engage in.
I've seen some teams go for wall break with Stu just to get real cheeky, but I don't see Tank on the other end. Yeah, there it is. Look, typically you're going to see Griff plus B, but B obviously removed from the equation. So part of the influence here may to give the Stu a flex option, because they have a speed zone gadget. If they don't need to use it, they're not going to use wall break. But if they really want to tear these open and really not allow them to go Hank on that left hand in, this is one way that teams have tried to deal with that. I believe that's the mindset they're going for. Lu obviously on that left hand in, this is their next best bet to try and deal with these tanks, and now they dare Tribe to do it.
Tribe do have still some like sharpshooter adjacent options. The Bell is decent on maps like this. I was thinking about trying to... Okay, so here it is, that RBM Classic is going to be Draco picked up now. Commonly, we've actually seen Loud go for this pick, but you know, Berry was a good complement to some of these tanks, but has fallen off a little bit lately and is outranged pretty aggressively by some throwers. So that was something that was, you know, we saw that at Worlds. That was SK Gaming really pushing that idea. Humble also leaning into it. That's fallen off a little bit now. And one thing that used to be a struggle for Griff was closed-in maps. A lot of those walls. Well, he has wall break, but now his hypercharge actually ignores terrain. In the past, his super used to be blocked by walls, but now with that hyper, it goes straight through and guarantees you big damage. So here's that Amber pick. This might dissuade Loud to go towards one of those tankier or upfront brawlers.
Ice Fire and a brawler that enjoys fireworks on stage can be Draco. A little bit of everything here. I mean, I think they've got the range DPS. They've got their control option with Lu. Obviously, if Loud wanted to get tanky, well, Lu's going to be a great option. And of course, the last stand gadget is a big reason why Draco shows up here. Crow, wow. Now the second time we've seen this. And honestly, I'm not sure how to feel about it. Obviously, in the first set of this match, it didn't work out too well for Tribe Gaming, but Loud sees something in it.
Okay, a draft here finalized. A Song of Ice and Fire for Tribe Gaming, but there's more than just the 7 Kingdoms on the line. It's bragging rights and, of course, the ability to slap down their brothers from below the equator. It's going to be Loud, looking to close this series out now. We got what we wanted from this America's Clash, a 5-set series. So we head into open business. Will Loud look to open the map up quickly and try and run into Tribe Gaming? And can they handle the Draco?
Fire Crow dueling Luffy in the mid. Kaiodog goes straight through. There's that wall break. It's the Griff and Stu coming in for a big time punch. Zeus goes down as well. This is going to be an instant wipe here if RBM isn't careful. Has the gadget. An easy dagger there from Fire Crow to bring down the entire roster of Tribe Gaming.
And Luffy can't match the output of any of these brawlers in the 1-to-1, not even the Crow. So he really needs to wait for the rest of Tribe to get here. Zeus needs to be fairly sparing with his ammunition. You can shoot through it quite quickly when your opponents are strafing a lot. And Kaiodog's already worked his way through the back. Look at that little 1-2 punch on towards the Crow. And Stu says, I don't really want to be the one standing on the point. I don't want to have to accrue that progress. And so Loud have gotten so far ahead already.
Less value out of that Lu super as well. With everybody going down, they could still skate a little bit. No brawlers aiming at them. Kaiodog hypercharge keeping him up. And he survives. Now flanking left hand in. Down goes 1, 2, 3 brawlers for Tribe Gaming. Loud exploding here in game number 1.
There's a problem. There isn't really enough support by the looks of things for RBM, and he's outranged pretty heavily by this Griff. All too easy for Adinho. The Draco's down. Kaiodog strafing forward, soaking up this damage from Zeus, damage that otherwise would have gone in the direction of the less mobile Griff, who now pops that hypercharge. Walls ignored. Luffy down 87. RBM's in trouble as well. 96% and counting for Loud. What a draft, what a comp, and what a start in this last set.
Demoralizing. North American fans at home, gotta be disappointed. I talked about it in pre-show a little bit back in the green room, but I just feel like if you're Tribe Gaming, if you don't come away here with a 3-1, a 3-0 win, I feel like the expectations are just so high for these guys to go undefeated in a region that has a lot of pride, and to be in a situation now where they have to win 2 straight games just to survive. Not a good look.
And there are no easy games in these groups. At least there aren't 2 in a row for a team like Tribe if they were to fall in such a fashion. But Loud looks so indomitable in that first round. Adinho, a real problem for the Draco to deal with. RBM comes forward though, makes use of that last stand gadget and creates space for Luffy to stand here, giving Tribe an early lead on this point.
A much-needed early lead. Kaiodog punching right through the middle, dashing back and forth. Adinho flanking left-hand side, and Firecrow just can't keep up with the range for now. They're going to open up this map even more. Down goes Luffy, and as a result, Loud take over.
Look at how effortlessly the Stu outranges the Draco. There was really nothing that RBM could do to command the attention of Kaiodog, and Adinho sits in the backline, just peppering that rather tanky brawler down. Luffy pops his super, lets it go. Loud have got to respect, get off the point, and RBM now gets in the face of Adinho, but who's got the damage? It's all about the gadget, really. Once again, RBM's able to surprise. Kaiodog touches the point. Loud have a slim lead, but this cycling of loose supers has kept Tribe in the game.
Kaiodog just elusive, looking for that super, and he's cycling it to perfection. Just keeps just out of range of RBM. Luffy falls as well. Now Kaiodog going up the middle of the map. Zeus goes down as well. RBM falls, and Tribe Gaming may have a lead, but it's complete control of this map for Loud.
Kaiodog shifts forward now. Hypercharge at the ready. It's going to be basically impossible to hit this two, and in he comes. Zeus pepper down a little bit. RBM takes the hit from the Crow. Kaiodog runs his circuit. Hyper from Adinho. The cards come through now. The gadget has to get forced early out of RBM. It's not what he was looking for. Loud have got themselves in the lead. 20% away from taking the series.
Griff holding strong in the middle, has a super available. Kaiodog pushing forward. South America looking strong. A super goes through and Kaiodog goes skating. Tribe though, trying to take a final stand.
Loud need just a couple of seconds on the point to lock this series up. Tribe now can't give them even a moment. Firecrow dives on him. He's able to find the one. He pushes through. Zeus a little bit low, but Loud get the job done. South America explode back onto the scene after a couple of years under the thumb of the rest of the world. And they do it by upsetting the hometown heroes.